It's gonna be Tuesday. What's going on, good people, man? Back. We couldn't miss today, man. Mindset Monday, Wallace Monday, and man, we're gonna give it to y'all though. So today we're gonna be talking about like the mindset of wholesaling, right? Because a lot of people talk about trying to get a deal, trying to get a deal, trying to get a deal, but I think it's more so a lot of the mindset stuff, the thinking, because you can think like somebody wholesaling deals, then you can act like somebody wholesaling deals. If you act like somebody wholesaling deals, then you can go out here and get some deals. So we're just gonna talk about it, man. You know, we up in this thing on a late tip, but we're gonna give y'all what we got though. So how you feeling, man?
Dude,
In the great hills of Tennessee, ain't that what they say in the elementary school video?
I have no
When they
idea what you're talking about.
see,
Matter of fact, I didn't even really think about us being in the hills until you mentioned it. I don't
y'all
think.
in the hills, dude. When I drive up through that mug, hey,
Are you talking about? I know you're talking about. You talking about if you coming from the Georgia, you coming from Chattanooga, and then it's like you in the hills. Hey, it's straight up. Then it's straight
you
down.
riding up to get up that mug, man.
You up and
See,
down.
dude, yeah, then down might be worse than up.
Yeah, you going straight up.
Man,
Then
you come over that thing, hey, all these trucks sitting off to the side, just going slow, just going 2 miles an hour.
yeah. If you ain't about it, man, you be scared of that. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly what
Hey,
you're talking about. It's a major zigzag,
oh, I
left,
said,
right, up and down, man.
we gotta get out of Tennessee, dude. God, like, dude, if I can make it through Tennessee, I'm good.
Yeah, man, it's a real roller coaster ride
We
trying to get.
drive to Chicago, man. If I can make it out of Tennessee, I'm straight. Kentucky, a breeze. Indiana, breeze. Them just straight roads. Man, you hit that darn Tennessee, dude. Man, stop.
You're gonna need a Tesla.
Man, that Tennessee had you guessing if you really want to drive or not.
You need that Cybertruck. But yeah, man, I'm feeling good, dude. But yeah, I completely agree. The mindset of wholesaling, and ultimately, one thing I notice is like the mindset. A lot of the mindset that applies to wholesaling is this mindset to business in general. Because essentially, what you want to do is your best bet is to go when you try to get your first deal. And I know a lot of y'all watching this, y'all can identify with that. You trying to break through and get your first deal, or you might have done 2 or 3 deals, but you still in that mindset of basically you just throwing a dart at a board and you just hoping that it hit. Like you just hoping, like you don't know what you did. You when you do finally do get a deal, you don't know what your numbers were. You ain't thinking about how many people you called to get that deal. You're not thinking about what the cost per lead was. You're not thinking about um, if I keep this up at this pace, how many more deals can I get? This, that, and the other. It's just like you just really trying to deliver proof of concept to yourself. And so you was doing stuff until you was able to catch wind of something and it worked. If you get your first deal, some people still ain't even got that yet, and they just trying to figure out like how to make it work. But that's not a business. That's
Yeah,
a that's a grind. That's you hustling. And in the beginning, it is a hustle and a grind. But in order to think wholesaling and to be a real estate investor, that you do this, then you need to start thinking business oriented, and you need to start thinking, what are my numbers? How many calls do I need to make, or how many texts do I need to send? One of the more popular ones I hear people say a lot. You hear this sound bite. I remember we had a dude call in and he mentioned this was how many offers are you making per day? I think a lot of people got that from Jerry Norton. I don't know where they're getting it from, but like you need to have some measurables, and you need to be thinking in terms of what are some measurables that can help me reach my goal. And honestly, I think the best thing to do is start with your goal in mind and then reverse engineer it. So
yeah,
that way you can say, if I want to do 100K in a year, then that means I need to do roughly 10K a month. I'm just spitballing. I'm not, obviously. You do more than
Yeah,
100K, but
I actually was doing that when I first got started. It's like, hey, 100K a year, you need to do 10K a month. But
how many
then,
you need to be thinking? How many? Okay, that average deal size is one deal could be 10K. So that means I need to do roughly one deal a month.
yeah,
So how?
I was doing like two a month, and I was thinking, man, if I can get around five, doing two a month. But then I realized after a while, okay, I was doing that, doing that, doing that. I'm like, okay, this good, this good, this good, this good. But then, man, mess around and read 10X rule, and you're like, man, that little petty behind goal you got, man, 10X that.
Because honestly, I think it should be, if you're getting in business, I think you should start off with 1 million. Like, not even start off with 1 million, but I think, I think I was just giving it simple numbers to help people kind of grasp the concept of reverse engineering. But I think, well, I'll say this: I think, especially in this business, setting 100,000 in 1 year is too low. I think it's like, if you're going to take it serious and you're going to apply yourself, I think setting 100K in 1 year, it
See,
don't
you serious? 100 grand too low.
don't think like you get started. If you, again, this is why we talking mindset, and it's not about having the same mindset. Maybe you now can't wrap your mind around $1 million. I ain't made $1 million in 1 year. I ain't done 100K month yet. Byron done a couple 100K months. I ain't done 100K months yet, but that's my goal. Like, that's something that I'm shooting towards. And what I'm thinking about is, like, if you just trying to go in that direction, and if I ain't made my goal yet, and then say,
Yeah,
okay, in order to do this, I can get average deal size, let's say 10K per deal, and I could get, how many deals a month will I need to do? I probably need to do about, roughly 8 to 10 deals a month. If they're all 10K, then I need to be making, how many offers do I need to be making? How many people do I need to get under contract? And then how many offers do I need to make to get those people under contract? How many cold calls do I need to make to get X amount of leads, and so on and so forth? You reverse engineer it, and that's how you think about business. And take it from me, from somebody who's just like been doing it wrong for a long time. It's just like that stuff there. That's the difference between business and having a grind, and really just like running yourself into the ground. You know what I mean? Just like running yourself into the ground. So if you want to think like a business, like a wholesaler, and you want to think like really doing this, then it's not going to be, oh, I'm just going to go out there and do stuff until something happens. It can't be that.
yeah, no doubt, man. It's like it really is on that level. That's why I be telling people, man. It's like, dude, this is not freaking Instacart. This is not Uber Eats. This is not, dude. This is not none of that stuff, man. Like, I don't know. There's a lot of people do side hustles. It's a lot of stuff out there. Hey, Cordero, go do Instacart. You'll make this money. Go do Forex, or what's the other stuff they got out there, Cordero?
The
Amazon,
trading,
yeah, trading, Amazon store,
bacon,
yeah,
how I walking dogs. It's just like, dog. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you, man. I really hate the term side hustle. I
yeah,
hate
but
the term side hustle. I think hate is a strong word, but I really don't like the term side hustle or part time, or even the whole concept. And I know you were doing this with like the 9 to 5 and do this on the side. It's like, dude, you only get one life. At the end of it, you're not gonna be like, man, I'm so glad I worked all these hours. The whole point
yeah,
of this was freedom.
yeah,
It wasn't just a dollar amount. I thought the whole point that any of us are doing this isn't, oh, I want to be a slave with a nice car,
yeah,
or I want to be a slave with a lot of, no, it was freedom. So it's just
yeah,
like, when you talking side hustles or talking small, it's just like, I'm only talking to the people who got that on their heart, that they want to do
yeah,
big. Watching this, especially if you tuned in right now, but if you watching this on the replay, then you probably got something bigger in mind, or had it. And so we're not talking side hustles. We're not even talking about, we talking about the game changers, the we always talk about generational or intragenerational wealth. That's what I'm gonna be talking about. And wholesaling, I know you mention this all the time, but as far as just like the barrier to entry to get in this business and then the upside. But if you think really hard, can you name one other business model that the barrier to entry is this low and the upside is as high as this is? Can you name anything?
I
Would
don't
you
know.
say
Hey, uh,
anything? Real estate
uh,
agent?
the entry level is low,
Yeah,
or as money wise.
yeah. As far as yeah, money wise, and just the yeah, money wise.
Money wise,
Yeah,
sure.
monetarily, barrier
Probably you gonna go to like the NBA or the NFL or some major league sports.
not because even that
Probably
take
money wise,
you because you talk
yeah, it's gonna
about
take time. It really don't take money though. You know what I'm saying?
it
Like
takes however much it costs to raise a kid. That's how much it costs to get a joker from a tile to the NBA. It costs money. It's just you don't think
yeah,
about it like that. To feed a
yeah.
7 foot tall eighth grader, he hungry again.
Know what
He
I'm saying?
hungry again. It's like it costs, I don't know, man. I can't think of
No,
nothing.
no, I'm just trying to think of something. You know what I'm saying? But the thing, I don't think people understand that part though. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? That's why I say it's not Instacart, it's not friggin' Uber Eats, it's not like it's you ain't making pocket change. This ain't extra money. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, this is not extra. At least for the vast majority of people, this is not extra money. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? If you somebody that's making stupid money, and people say, "What's stupid money? What's stupid? What like how much money would you be making for this stuff to be pocket change?" Like you would have to be Grant Cardone or somebody like that. You know
No,
what I'm saying?
because I feel like even Grant Cardone, because the upside to this is Sean Terry or Jerry
Exactly.
type money. It's just like it's like I think even Grant Cardone would be like, an extra. If I just freaking
Extra, yeah.
an extra 2 3 million,
$34 million a year extra.
it's like he ain't gonna be like, man, nah, that's nothing.
Yeah. Extra $1 million a month.
He gonna put that in a book. He's gonna
That's
brag
what
about
I said.
it. How many-
The upside is stupid, man. You know what I'm saying? But even just the typical upside, that's not just typical though. Like the typical upside is, let's say you get this going, man, you make 500,000 a year. You ain't one of the biggest dogs. You know what I'm saying? You like probably middle of the road joker. Not even somebody to even be noticed to make 500,000 a year. Like you ain't even on nobody's radar. You
Yeah,
know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
you said it one time. You said like it was a certain amount where you really just started to get your legs up under you. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
you just getting your feet wet, making 500,000 a year. You just getting your feet wet, like you
And
just a little
so
peepee.
what's up, Bobby Mack, man?
Man, what's up, dude?
But what would you say is uh the
Oh,
ultimate?
hey, gotta put church first, man. For sure, for sure.
We'll go
Saying,
to
hey, watch the playback. Dude, yeah, we'll get you the playback. I don't even think we recorded last Sunday, but we'll record this Sunday and we'll play that thing back for you. Hey, let us know what time worked for you though. Like if like we can do it later, maybe even at like 8 or something like that. Let us know what worked for you though.
Bobby had to hit that night surface up.
Yeah, hey, I ain't mad at you, man. That night service of the man, yay, gotta get it in, man.
For
Gotta
sure,
put
for
some
sure.
creative for sure. But
Man.
but what were you gonna say though? Go ahead.
What would you say, you know, and again, I'm talking mindset, and I think I started off kind of like the whole bigger picture, but I think people think that, well, you don't start building out systems and you don't know your numbers, and that's not something that's something down the line. That's
Yeah,
something after I've already made hundreds of thousands of dollars. then I know my numbers. Like,
Yeah.
what is something, just somebody who just really just like, man, I'm just going to say to heck with it and just grind. Maybe you had that same sentiment. Like, you could have did your first $100,000 a month and didn't have your numbers down to a science. But what was the shift? Like, what was it like mentally? First hundred. I was watching some of your old videos the other day, but what was the shift? First 100K month, 100K month. What was the thing that put a difference between I just did my first deal, Byron, and I just did my first 100K month, Byron?
I think I was listening to the 10X rule. I was listening to the 10X rule. I didn't really believe that I could 10X.
Yeah.
And I was listening to, okay, 10X my goals, 10X my goals, 10X my goals, 10X my goals. But the actual key was not 10X in my goals, 10X in my activity level. That was the biggest thing. Like that is what changed the entire game. And what's the guy you always quote? Friggin'
Alex Ramosi.
no, not the second guy that you gotta break this quote up. But motivational speaker guy, Jim Rohn,
Tony,
not Tony Robbins.
yeah.
You know, saying that massive action is cure all. It's like it's not the massive goals.
Yeah.
It's massive action. Increase your activity level. So it doesn't even matter what you're doing, no matter what you're trying to do, what you want to do. Increase the activity. It's like, dude, I wanted to get better at school. I failed all my classes. Like I was failing classes since I was in freaking kindergarten, must have been, because it's like second grade, failing classes, third grade, failing classes, fourth grade, failing classes, fifth grade, failing classes, sixth grade, failing, seventh grade, failing, eighth grade, failing. They telling me they finna put me on track where I can't even go to college. They got to put me on a lower track where the people that don't even go to college. You know what I'm saying? So man, I'm like, no, man, I'm gonna get on the college track. Okay, get in ninth grade, what I do? Fail 4 classes. But dude, what the change was is just an increase in activity level. What I started after school, I actually opened a book. I actually did something. I
Yeah.
just increased my activity level. I got involved. I got more active. It's like you got to increase your actions, increase your activity level. When you increase the activity level, it's a wrap, man. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah.
Literally,
Man, I
increase the activity level. Turn it up.
100%, dude. That is the key. That is the distinguishing factor between people who talk about it, man, at the Thanksgiving, man. You know what? We need to start a podcast. Or you know what? We need to man, these ribs is good, dog. We need to open up a restaurant. And then the people who actually do it. So what's going on? But
And what's up, man?
we it's the action that they take. You know what I mean? It's like it's the actual efforts that they put into it. But again, and me and Byron just talking about this, but let's talk about perspective, right? Because I just want to go back to where I had been a while ago. But there are some people that would say, and I know you understand clear as day, like obviously massive action is the key. But what about somebody who's just like, I want to take action, but I don't have proof of concept. I don't know if this is real. So I don't know if I'm going to, if I put all my time and energy, what if I don't get nothing back? Or if I don't, it's just like how I'm just going to dedicate all my time and energy to this, and I don't know if I'm going to get a return. Now, not even saying we know that that's wrong, but what would you say to help that person mentally walk them out of that mindset so that way they can tap into massive action?
Tony Robbins said massive action is the cure all. I said increase your activity level.
Yeah.
At no point in any one of those statements was a but mentioned. It's like- there's no buts mentioned. It's like, dude, there's no buts.
Now I believe you. I believe that it's real, but in
Like,
practice, I
but I'm
start
saying
doing it, and I'm in the
in
dialect.
practice, there's no buts because you know what happened when a butt came into my mind?
I'm curious.
Whatever stands in the way becomes the way.
Yes,
The
sir.
obstacle is the way. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Whatever impedes action becomes the path to action.
Yes,
It's
sir.
like whatever you think is standing in your way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. So whatever it is, oh, I ain't got the money to do it. That's the obstacle. Head in that direction. What did
Yeah.
you just say? I don't. You just said, but whatever it is, you say, but whatever stands in the way becomes the way.
Dude, man, it's just ultimately what I'm trying, and what Byron's getting at. But one thing that I've noticed when you start to study success and you say, I want to be successful, you got to understand that there is a part in every success story. You can name it, every single one of the success stories. And this transcends even monetary value because you could take, for example, somebody like Martin Luther King or Malcolm X. They both died broke. They wasn't millionaires and multimillionaires when they died. They were just regular, but they accomplished something great by taking massive action in that given direction. When you notice, like if you go back and read Malcolm X's autobiography, once he got out of prison, he was taking sick, massive action day in. And that's how he began to get a name for himself because it was the action he took. And so ultimately, in his success story, there's nothing that transcends this. There's a part of the story where it's the like you know how you watch a movie in every movie it's feel like it's always like a like a montage. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Where it's like a little montage. Every story, every success where it's just like you just got to work and you just turned up the volume. You figured out what it is. Once you get proof of concept and you know that I need to be generating leads and that's what I need to be doing, then I need to be generating 10 times the leads in order to hit the big goals. It's like the 10x rule actually is two parts, is what Byron was saying. It's massive goals because most people set their goals too small to begin with. And once you figure out the massive goal thing, then it's massive, massive action. And so
massive.
there's just there's no way around it. That's what I would say to somebody who's just like trying to figure it out and they keep letting that but win. Yeah, but this, but that, but the other. I'm just letting you know at the end of the day, you can keep but when you're done, there's no way around it. And you're not all of that creative avoidance, thinking that you're gonna be able to do it this way, that way, or the other, and thinking that this stuff has been around. This is how God created the universe. Is that you just gotta take a lot of action in any given direction to make something happen. That's just how it is, right? And you thinking you about to outsmart that, you thinking you about to be the one to be like, you know what? I'm gonna figure out how to become extremely successful in any direction without taking massive steps in that direction. How you going like if I want to get from where I'm at to Byron's house, how I'm gonna get there without like getting up and going there? That's what that's essentially what people are saying.
Yeah, no
But
doubt. I
I,
just, yeah, man. I just think you just have to take massive action, man. People's like, oh, what's massive action? It's like, dude, you got to take the steps toward what you need to do. Most times, people know exactly what they need to do. It's like you watch enough videos to know what you need to do next. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to take massive action toward doing it. It was like, okay, I had watched a lot of videos. I knew what to do, what to do, what to do. I was like, man, I don't know how to go set this all stuff all up. Well, I took massive action. I went and watched the video over, 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 over again. I slowed it down. I rewind. I watched 10 seconds, rewinded. Watch the same 10 seconds.
Yeah,
Watch
yeah,
the same
yeah.
10 seconds. Rewind it. Watch the same 10 seconds until I dadgum get it. I'm not like it don't go in my brain to just process that easy. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
need to rewatch it, rewatch it, rewatch it, rewatch it, rewatch it, rewatch it. If it's something I ain't getting, that thing gonna have to repeat. You know what I'm saying? It's like gonna have to repeat. I watched that thing so many times. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying. Is that is massive action. You know what I'm saying? Oh,
Yeah.
I watched the video. I really still don't know how to go back and watch it again. How about watch a little bit until you catch that part, go back and watch it again. Go back and watch it again. I watched a few seconds of it and do exactly what that said. And then watch the next few seconds of and then go do what that said. So I was literally doing as I went through, doing. Like we got videos of Cordero walking you through how to set up your daggum batch dialer, the cold call. You can go through that literally step by step, right through it. Set your junk up. It's like, dude, I'm telling you, man. It's like
Speaking of
every
which, and something crazy. I forgot to tell you this, but shout out to Lando. He in here. He said he was watching your video. I sent him a video of you calling the buyers, right? It was a live that we was on. He started calling them. I think, yeah, it was just past Saturday morning or some. Yeah, Saturday morning. I was like, man, let's get on. We got on, dude. I said, man, you better call these. Well, he had hit me up earlier in the week, but Saturday morning we got on. Said, "Dawg, let's go and call these buyers like you said you would." Got on. He called the first buyer. First of all, it was trash. That first, well, I ain't gonna say it was trash. He did some good things on that first call, but he got there from watching your video. And I told him, I said, don't do nothing else. I know it can be very tempting to go try to do something else, but you got to build for sure. But you got to stay focused and laying your foundation. This is the sharpening your axe part. And
yep,
so
yep.
he got there. I said, first call, he didn't do so high. I said, all right, let's call the next person. This is how you find leads. And I just sat with him. I said, do this, say this like that, say this exactly like that. And he actually did it. Oh my goodness, dude. He found a crazy buyer. It was this real estate agent. And it was like a flip, obvious flip, right? And it was this real estate agent. He called her, was just like, hey, you work with investors, yada, yada, yada. And he was just talking fast. And then got off the phone. She said, yeah, I do. I work with investors. And he's like, okay, can you send me over the criteria, send me the information, text it over to me. Okay, thank you, bye. Click. I said, dude, call her back. Call her back time and just let her talk. Dude, he called her back. He was just like, can you tell me the criteria? I've never heard a real estate agent or a buyer going such great thing. I'm buying here, all the way from Clarksville down to Chattanooga. I'm buying these properties, these type of properties, maybe some like this. Or no, excuse me. She said, this is my criteria. And then he was like, okay. And then she said, actually, I'm the buyer. I buy these properties myself. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
But I just say that to say he got it from sticking to the plan. When you got a plan, when you got a blueprint, a bulletproof blueprint, then it's only a matter of sticking to the plan. But then once you learn how to stick to the plan, then you turn it up a notch. It's just like once you learn that it's just cold calling. Say this on the script. Now say this 10 times more than you've said it. And then it's like turning it up. So it's levels to this. First is proof of concept, finding the blueprint, sticking to training yourself to stick to the blueprint, and then turning it up. Then turn it up, right? But I saw him do it, and I was like, dude's going in, man. So kudos to him, but just to anybody, we got the information. It's here. We telling you exactly what to do. Actually, no, and anybody else, you got the information from any other video. We just giving you our bulletproof model. And it worked, but you got to be willing to. I say anything work if you work it, but you got to be willing to like work the mess out of it, take it, strangle it. You know what I mean? So
For sure, man. But shoot, man, I think we gave y'all a good little bit tonight, man. We said we was gonna do 30 minutes and we're gonna stop, man. We're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing up. But we have like 7 people up in this thing past 12 o'clock, man. Y'all on it, man. Take some action. Go out here and get after what you want, man. We're gonna be back tomorrow. Hopefully, we do it during a reasonable hour. But we just been busy, man. It's a lot of stuff going on, man. A lot of stuff we dealing with on these different deals, stuff like that. So, but man, we're gonna try to jump on this thing earlier on during the day. But man, y'all need anything, y'all know where to find us at, man.
Hey, I got
Yeah,
one. I got a quick quote. I think I said this one before, but I like it. I can't remember. I don't know where it's from, but what you hear, you forget. What you see, you
yeah,
remember, and what you do, you understand. And so that just goes to say, like we said, like you can read it in the book all day long. You could watch us literally. Byron called the buyers out on live, but my boy Lando got such a visceral understanding from actually sitting down and calling them himself, picking it out himself, and doing it. So ultimately, even if you're not talking about massive action and massive goals, just anything, period, you get by taking action is going to take precedent. You know what they say: actions speak louder than words. That's what,
action speaks louder than words.
yes, sir. Actions
Mm.
speak louder than words, man. So go out there, take action. And if y'all get a deal off of what we say, then you owe me and Byron a cut. That's all I'm saying.
Stupid, man.
But
You are
nah,
stupid, man.
shout out to y'all, dude.
And since you already said that one, I'm gonna give you a fresh one, man. This is James 1:22 in the Bible. It says, do not merely listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says. Like, dude, you gotta be a doer, man. You gotta go out here and
Dude,
do. You gotta be able to
dude,
take stuff in and go out here and do. Like, you just can't listen to what the word said in your spiritual life. It ain't gonna matter until you go out here and do. Same thing in every other aspect of your life.
yeah,
You can go out here and hear all you want to hear, but you can't just be a hearer alone. You
yeah,
have
man.
to be a doer. You have to be a doer. Like,
Take
and
a look.
that's life struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not saying that you're gonna be able to easily just, you should be able to easily just jump up and just go do everything you ever heard. That's life struggle. But you gotta go out here and attack it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we say massive action. You go out here, you gotta go out here and attack it like massively. Right? It has to be a war. It has to be a dog fight. Like, you have to fight. It gotta be a dog fight. You just
Yeah,
can't lay down like Cordero calls some sellers, like they just lay down. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
so
like
lay down too.
they just lay on down. It's like,
No
dude,
doubt.
when it comes to taking action, you just can't lay down. It's like you gotta go out here and freaking fight, man. You gotta go out here and fight, take action, man. It ain't easy, but you gotta be willing to fight to take action. So you gotta fight to be a doer, not just listen, but do.
Yeah, man. And I'll say this. That's why I always say, man, if it's in the Bible, it governs all of your reality, man. So really let that sink in. Action is gonna take precedent. That's all. There's nothing, there's no creative, sexy thing about it. Action speaks louder than words.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Appreciate y'all coming through, man. Lando, uh, Bobby, Matt, appreciate you coming through, man. All my people on IG, TikTok, Facebook came through, man. Know we came through on the late tip. Everybody watching the replay, what's up? Leave a comment below. Let us know you was here. And until tomorrow, man. Peace out.
I'll let y'all.